Hello everyone, this is Alli with Craftin' Alli here with a quick video. I decided to go and make a really cute birthday card. My daughter needed a birthday card for one of her friends, so I thought, let me go and make it a little bit elegant and a little bit fancy. So I went and I decided to go and make this birthday card. Now, this is a very quick tutorial. Now, first off, I went and I started with a piece of baked brown sugar. Now, this cardstock actually is one of our older cardstocks that I just happen to have in my stash. But you can go and use another one of our brown cardstocks that we have available, or even a piece of craft cardstock, which would be absolutely perfect for this. So this is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And then I went and I used a piece of one of our DSPs, which is Timeless Elegance. Now, this Timeless Elegance, I was looking at the paper and it was absolutely beautiful. As you can see, we have all these wonderful floral accents here that's sketched. But what I also love is that on the reverse side, it also has some beautiful patterns. So I used two pieces of the Timeless Elegance, this type with the floral, and also there's another piece in there that has a black lacing to it. So that's the type that I went and I decided to go and fussy cut out. Now, the Timeless Elegance piece right here is cut at 5 by 4, and also the black lacing trim that I have is cut by about 1 inch, or a little bit less than 1 inch, about half an inch by 5. And then, as you can see, I simply fussy cut along the bottom of it. It comes like this when you see it. So I just fussy cut a portion of that out in order to go and use as trim on my card. Now, when I went and I decided to go and use my brown cardstock, I folded it and gave it a nice crease with my bone folder. And then, in order to go and save some time, I went and I colored up the floral accent. Now, what I used was our Tangelo Twist Stampin' Right marker. I also used our Hello Honey Stampin' Right marker. And in addition to that, another thing that I also used is our Pear Pizazz. As usual, I went and squoze the lid, took one of our blender pens, inked it up, and colored it in. Now, in order to go and show you what that looks like, I have that all done up right here so I can share with you. So I colored this in with the Hello Honey, and the Tangelo Twist gave little flecks of accent here. I used the Pear Pizazz, and I, as I said, went and squoze a little bit out in the lid, and then went and colored in the leaf accents. Then I also just took a regular makeup sponge. You don't need anything super fancy. We do have sponges available with Stampin' Up, but in order to go and use what I have on hand, being a little bit frugal, I used a regular makeup sponge, dipped it in the Pear Pizazz, and pat and pounced right here, just patted, pounced right around the flower to go and give it more of a shading and make it more of a focal point on this otherwise muted piece of DSP. So what I'm going to do before I go and adhere it to the face of the card is that I'm going to stamp a sentiment on it. Now, the sentiment that I'm going to be stamping on it comes from our Petite Pear stamp set, and it says, "Happy Birthday Wishes." So I'm going to go and ink it up right here with some Memento Tuxedo black ink. My stamp pad is nice and juicy. I recently went and really inked this up. Now, one time I went and I stamped, and I did not pay attention to how the stamp was before I stamped. And I know that this has happened to many people, but I stamped it upside down. Not today. Today we're going to go ahead and do a test stamp. So I just grabbed a piece of regular cardstock, just scrap, and stamp. Okay, now I know that it is facing the right way. It's also giving it a little bit of a primer because it's a brand new stamp. I've never used it before. So we're going to go and make sure that when I go ahead and I stamp it, I get a wonderful impression, which I did. So now I can take that scrap piece of paper away, and I'm going to go and stamp the sentiment right here on the DSP itself. So once again, I ink up the stamp nice and well. Check it to see how well inked it is. A nice few pounces. And then I'm going to go and place it right here. Now normally I would have something underneath it, but since this is one of our stamps that has the sponging already to it, it gives a nice give and resilience to it for me to go and stamp. So now I'm going to go ahead and line it up. Give me one moment. And I'm going to stamp it down and lift off. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is use our fast fuse, and I am going to adhere the bottom, which is lace, the lacing that I cut from the DSP, and I'm going to adhere it to the bottom of this piece. Now fast fuse, I like it. It's really strong. A nice flick will get it off for you, like so. Adhere it to the base. Make sure that it's lined up well. And there you go. Beautiful accent. Now I'm going to go and adhere it to the card itself. So once again, turn it over. Apply the fast fuse. Quick flick with the wrist. It makes it go on nice and smooth without any issue. Turn it around and adhere it to the base. Line it up nice and flush. And that's it. So now I have this beautiful yet simple birthday card to go and give as a wonderful gift to someone that my daughter knows. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will have a list of the supplies used in the description box below. You can get those supplies from my Stampin'Up website at craftinalli.stampinup.net. Also, you can check out my blog at craftinalli.blogspot.com. And I would love to go and be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you don't have one already. And I would also love to go and have you join my team. That way we can go and craft, and I can mentor you and help you to go and create such wonderful pieces like this as well. Well, thank you once again for joining me, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.